Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have created this look for you guys because you guys have been requesting more makeup tutorials featuring this baby right here. I know you guys are really excited to receive it in the month of November, and since I've had access, I've already created two looks for you guys. This one right here would be the third look. I am totally obsessed with this palette. I mean, the packaging, and then the formula, out of this world. I know you guys are really excited to dive in and start playing around with your palette, so I created this look from beginning to end. In this video, I also show you what products I use for my face, like my foundation, my powder, you know, my bronzer, like all that good stuff, but like the main event here is the eyes, as per usual. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, keep watching. Can you focus on my face? Okay, it's focused now. I'm gonna go ahead and use this primer. This is the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I received this in a Boxycharm. I feel like this was not a variant in a box, but I may be wrong. We are going to apply this all over our face. I suggest if you want your primers, I'm going to adjust my mirror real quick. If you want your primers to last you a really long time and you don't have like super oily skin, try to apply the primer in areas where you feel like you need it the most. Like for me, it's my T-zone area that gets a little greasy, a little oily, not too much. So I like to apply it like up in this area. For foundation, I am going to use the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Foundation. I got mine in the shade. What shade is this? Oh, this is the shade Natural Beige. I can't find this in any of my stores anymore, which is a bummer. And I found it on Amazon, so I ended up getting it because honestly, as of right now, for maybe like the past year, this has been my favorite drugstore foundation. It gives me the coverage that I want, which is amazing. It's super comfortable. It makes my skin feel like I have nothing on. I know a lot of foundations tend to do that, but there's something about this one that, I don't know, I'm obsessed with. For concealer, I'm going to change it up and I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked Skin. I got this one in medium neutral. And the thing about it is that I'm running low on my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. And if I'm honest, I am attempting to not purchase another one because I love it so much that I know that I'm not going to try anything else. So I am in search of a new concealer that I'm going to fall in love with. I feel like this Naked Skin concealer is really good. Like, don't get me wrong, it really is good. There's just nothing like the Shape Tape and its doe foot applicator, and I love the scent that it has and the coverage also, even though the Naked Skin coverage is really good. But there's just something about the Tarte Shape Tape one that just like, I don't know, like every time I use a different one, I feel like I'm cheating on it. To set my concealer, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. And I don't know if it's just me, but I have like the worst luck ever because all of a sudden it cracked right there. And I'm almost done with it. So I was hoping to be able to reuse this for another powder that I bought that like the packaging sucks. But anyway, and look, it freaking broke on me. I don't even know why or how, but lately there's a lot of products that have been breaking like in this area on me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm definitely doing something wrong. I've decided to leave my eyes for last, so to bronze my skin, I'm going to use this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This one is in Deep Bronzer. It has a nice scent. It smells really nice. I like the shade on me. It looks really good on my skin. It just warms up my skin really well. I feel like I went with this shade and I did a really good job with it because I think the lighter one probably wouldn't have bronzed me as well. But it's just nice to get like that little touch of like a bronzy look going on. To fill in my brows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This one is in dark brown. As you can see, I've really been loving this. I mean, I've already kind of like hit the base of the pan. And look, it's like so hard at this point. It's super waxy, but I kind of like this formula on the product because it's easier to apply it on your skin. You don't make as many mistakes and it's not as harsh on your brows. And I know I've gotten a lot of comments like, girl, your brows. And that's literally what I do. I wait until my pomade is like nice and thick and then I use an angled brush. This one is the Morphe B31 and it's like, I love a pomade because it can be super precise but I like this formula better. I like a pomade when it's nice and thick and waxy. Like I dip my finger in there and I barely get anything out of it. When you initially open it, it's like super creamy, which is not bad, but then it glides everywhere and you have to be really precise and careful and really take your time to fill in your brows. And with this formula, I really don't have to do that, as you can see. For my blush, I'm going to tap into this oldie but goodie. This is a Color Real by Tarte. And I got this like maybe 2 years ago, but look how pretty these shades are. I know they come out with like new versions every single year, but I get 10 of these like blushes in one palette and you never really go through the whole thing. So I haven't gotten any more because these shades are like to die for. So I'm going to use this shade right here, which is like my go-to at all times. And just apply that on my cheekbones. And I like Tarte blushes because they truly last a really long time. You can totally build them, but look, like you get a lot of color payoff and you don't get like any kick up on your pan, which is really, really good. So look how like effortless that is. Usually when I travel, I take a palette like this one. Well, either this one or another one that I have that is like so small. It only has like 3 blushes in it. But I like my options, so I like to take palettes that have like a coral, a very light baby pink, and then like, I don't know, like an orangey type of tone. For my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Lippy. This one is in Lover. I picked up like 3 of these and I really liked the formula as well as the doe foot applicator. To be honest, this formula stays on your lips for a really, really long time. I don't care how greasy the food is that you eat. It stays a really long time. Whenever I apply this at the beginning of the day, I totally do not have to reapply anything throughout the day. It doesn't feather. It doesn't move around. It doesn't start to like separate. Crazily enough, this is a really, really good formula. And so I really like it. So this is what I've been using a lot lately. This one and my Lolita by Kat Von D. Now that my lippy is on, let's move on to the eyes. I went ahead and primed my lids. I used what I usually use, which is my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer in the shade Light. That is what you see on my eyes. I know they have different shades, but this is kind of like the one I stick with. And what I am going to use, and I'm winging it here, guys, which is why I haven't applied any highlighter, because I'm grabbing brushes as I go. And no, I haven't cleaned my brushes yet. I admit it, and it's okay. So what do I want to do? I am going to use this beautiful palette once again because it's the one that I've been using. It's just so pretty. Okay, so what am I going to do? All right, so I feel like I want to use the shade Jasmine, which is this beautiful champagne shade right here. I'm going to use that all over my lid. And then we're just going to build color on top of that. Again, we're winging it here, so we're going to use Jasmine. I'm going to follow up with the shade Clove right here, and we're going to apply that all over the crease area. We're going to blow it out just a smidge, and then we're going to go on top of that with another shade. So this is going to be the outer shade that you're going to see like in this outer portion right here. Now, I'll admit, you can totally leave it like this, apply some mascara in a wing, and be out the door. I know I would do that, but I can't stop because these shades are really, really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that very same brush, and I'm going to add the shade, where is it? Cinnamon. I'm going to add the shade Cinnamon right into the crease, but like right in the center of the crease, like right here. We're not going to blow it out. We just want to build that color right here. You know what? It looks really pretty. We're going to add a bit more of cinnamon. We're going to build that on the outer corner because that looks really nice right there. Because there's a gradient effect going on. So you have like your lighter shade and then your kind of, I don't know, that's not necessarily a chocolate. It's like a really burnt orange. It's really pretty. So we're going to build that on the outer corner and blend that in. I feel like we're just gonna kind of stick with this look because I've been doing a lot of like red out of this palette. If you find that you lost a little bit of the jasmine shade, you can always go back in and just kind of tap some into place just to kind of bring it back to life a little bit. I know sometimes people get upset when I say that every palette should have a darker shade just because it ties in the look together, helps you smoke it out. That one doesn't have it, but I want to show you the effect that a dark shade can do for your eye look. So this eye look is really perfect at this point, like it really is, and I'm really happy with it. But instead of having a harsh wing, I'm going to use out of the Huda Beauty palette, I'm going to use the black shade, and I'm going to tap into that with the LMR Cosmetics flat brush. And I just want to add some of that on the outer corner just to kind of add a little bit of depth out here, but at the same time give my eyes the effect as if like my lashes are really full when they're not. So just, I'm gonna go around the edges real quick. Now adding a little bit of a black shadow gives you this effect, which I really enjoy. Now we're gonna move on to mascara, and this is the It Superhero Mascara in black. I feel like black is the only shade they do, like that they use. Thing about it is, I am really loving this mascara. I am kind of obsessed with it. At first the formula was a little loose for me, but after using it a few times, it got a little thicker. And it's the only one that I've been using. Like, I kind of put away my Butter London one, which is a big deal for me because that's the only one I've been using for quite some time. Here's a little trick for you guys who are new to the makeup world. If you've been watching makeup tutorials for a really long time, this may not be new to you, but here's a little tip I like to do whenever my mascara does transfer over to my lids. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, but unfortunately, my lashes are really long. They're not really thick, so I need the volume using a mascara, but then they're so long that at times when I'm applying my mascara, if I'm gonna apply mascara at the bottom, the tips of my lashes at the top touch my lid, and then I get some transfer like up in this area, which I did. So let it dry, just let it dry. And once it's dry, because a lot of times I feel like, man, I messed it up. Now I have to sit here, take everything off and start all over again. But no, let it dry and then take a spoolie and just kind of scrape the top very lightly and it goes away. And then you no longer have that mistake. And believe it or not, a lot of times as I'm filming, because I'm looking over here, but I'm looking at my viewfinder and I'm looking at you guys, like a lot of times I kind of go like this and I look and then the tip of my mascara touches my nose and I'm like, crap. So then I totally have to sit there, wait, let it dry, take it off, and then make sure that I edit that out. So those are mistakes that everyone does, and that's perfectly fine. But if you find that mascara does transfer anywhere in your face, use a spoolie. And lastly, for highlighter, I'm gonna go ahead and use this stunning butter highlighter by Physicians Formula. This one is in the shade Champagne. And let's just process this. Look how pretty it is. Like, come on. And I've been stalling on getting these, but now that I got it, I'm like, I kind of want to try the white one because one of y'all showed me the white one and I was like, okay. So I really want to try the white one, but look how pretty. You can totally build this. You can go subtle or you can build it. And it's weird because it kind of feels like a cream, but it's not. It sits like a powder. And it kind of reminds me of the ColourPop formula a little bit. And then I like to apply whatever's left on the tip of my nose. I also like picking up like any brush, to be honest, taking some of that highlight and applying it in on my brow bone area, just because it catches the light when you kind of like turn your face and it looks really pretty. You can also use some of your highlighter and apply that on the inner corners. That also catches the light whenever you turn and it looks really pretty. Make sure you finish that off with a setting spray. I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish. I've got the citrus one in my Boxy, was it Boxy Lux? In my Boxy Lux box in September. And I've rarely used this one because I'm kind of addicted to my Cover FX illuminating spray. So I'm trying to like, I don't know, use the stuff that I have. So we are going to spray this one. And then the look is done. And this is what the final look turned out to be. I actually think it came out really pretty. I like the color combinations that you can do with this palette. I know you guys are so excited to receive the palette, and I mean, you have to be. This is a really, really good palette. The colors are so rich, and yeah, and it's in Boxycharm in the month of November. That's really exciting. Hey, by the way, don't forget I have a giveaway running right now. If you want all the details, make sure you check the description box down below. The link to sign up for my giveaway is there, as well as the deadline, like for signups for the giveaway. If you're curious, what the winners will win is a $50 gift card to Sephora, and there will be 4 winners in total. That is a wrap for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look. If you come up with any other color combos, let me know, because at this point I'm like, I'm narrowing it down. I'm trying to figure out what other looks I can do, because this palette is just, again, beautiful. You already know my social media platforms are right here. Make sure you go follow me there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.